All right, I figure I'll just tune you guys into a little project I'm working on. This is a Inspiron Mini 10 that I got for free several years ago. It wasn't working. I was over at a mom and pop video game store, and God, like a decade ago, this guy walked in trying to trade it in. Didn't work. Guy said he didn't want it. Told him, "Hey, I'll take it." He just gave it to me. Fuck. Wouldn't boot up, so I just wiped it and threw it in a drawer, and it sat in the drawer for probably well over 10 years. Well, recently I found out that these are extremely valuable. They didn't make very many of these. Um, so I decided to try to put an operating system on it. So I tried Puppy Linux, ran like dog shit. Tried Mint XFCE, ran like dog shit. Tried Q4OS, ran like dog shit. This has the Intel N270 in it. This is the slowest and worst netbook Atom CPU. It doesn't even have like sequential instruction sets. It's only in order instructions. Like it's unbelievable how bad it is. Um, I was able to get XP a version of XP on here that was made for ultra low powerful PCs, um, and it actually runs it quite well, like shockingly well. However, you try to play a 720p video and it just all goes to shit. So I decided to get it. I decided to set it up, and I found that original Dell XP version release with SP3 applied. So I got that, and let me just open it here. I'm gonna pause 1 second. Okay, so it's 32-bit, and I had to find the 32-bit version of Windows for ultra low cost PCs, which is the original Windows XP distro it came with. I got that running, and this is air gapped. It's never been online, and I was able to track down the original Nintendo theme. It works on something called Stardock, which I don't think exists anymore. But Stardock will like manually, well, actually gets it from the internet when you install a program. So I had to like manually inject all the files into it, which is weird. But I was able to get the theme up and running. I'll show you this. It's actually super fucking cool. It actually boots up quite fast. It has a 160 gigabyte mechanical hard drive. For an XP machine with the Atom 270, it's pretty fast. Like I said, the way I did it, I got all the bloat out of there and just had the theme installed. Here comes. Shh. Beautiful, beautiful sound. So here's a custom theme. It's just it's just a skin on XP that has like custom icons and different green color. But this is really cool. It has a lot of little touches, like when you open the start menu. Watch this. Yep. Yeah, look at that. Slamming, slamming. And it also has a Windows Media Player skin, which is pretty cool. It'll load right.
Oh no! Gary! Gary! I am
That came with the Windows distro. I don't know what that's about. That's weird. Anyway, so I was going to put emulators on here. Thing is, I had to track down 32-bit versions. I had to get like really old, obscure versions of emulators to even work on this thing because the instruction set of the 270, like it doesn't know what to do. Like I said, it's like per order of execution only. Like it can't. It is literally the dumbest processor ever made. It's unbelievable that they put it. Now there are netbooks of this exact same series that have a much better, but the Nickelodeon one only had the N270, unfortunately. However, I was able to make it work. I got ancient versions of ZNES from like 2007 work on this thing. Great. This came out in 2009, by the way. I had to dig deep in the internet to find these old ancient versions of emulators and shit like that. It runs. It can run PlayStation games. It can run probably about 80% of PlayStation games just fine. I have not messed with PlayStation games yet, but I just kind of want to turn it into like a Super Nintendo emulator and Game Boy Advance. Runs Game Boy Advance pretty good, shockingly well. Every place I have told tells me that GBA would run like dog shit on it, but it actually just runs fairly well. See if I can get something up and running here. So let's just, yeah, good old Z-SNES, man. SNES 9X works pretty good, but I just find that I like Z-SNES on this form factor better. Plus, it's just so fucking vibey, man. Look at that shit. Let's see here. God, I made the mistake of typing in Super on Super Nintendo games. JKL, Super Mario All Stars. Is that the American way? I can't tell which one's the American one or not, but there, I'll just go All Stars USA. Yeah. Runs great, no input lag, no screen tearing. It's good shit. Good shit. I got a control here. It's not set up yet, but how do I do this? All right. And then, hold on, pause for a second. See, I just wanted to hook up a mouse real quick so I can manage this better. But, yeah, like, Kega Fusion, man, dude, it runs fucking perfectly. Yeah, it runs good. It's good shit. Yeah, it runs great. Let's see. Load. 1 second. Yeah. So I would not recommend anyone do this with an N270. The amount of hurdles I've had to go through to get this thing working, it's been unfucking believable. It's been like a week-long project to even get it to this state. Having to dig through all the old distros and shit was just an absolute fucking nightmare. I'm probably not going to do anything else with it. Just have it be like a Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, arcade. I might try to get PlayStation running on it. It can't handle N64. It can only play. It can play Mario at like 10 frames a second, but you know, I'm not going to bother. But as far as like old games, man, God, it runs it perfectly. Like absolute perfectly stable. You know, Genesis doesn't really take a whole lot of juice, but you know. And like I said, GBA runs extremely well. I was really excited to get the GBA library running. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I was really excited that GBA runs on it so perfectly because the GBA, for emulation, man, if you only have one like 2D, like 16, technically 32-bit system, you're gonna want GBA. Like if you can't run any like PlayStation or something, and you have like an ultra low spec device that can run GBA, that's the library you want. You literally anything you want to play, there's a GBA version. Arguably, if it's better or not, but you know, there's compromise. But you know, let's see here. What do I want to try? Mario World. Which one? There we go. Yeah, it just runs perfect. Absolutely perfect. Of course, it does this little weird reading thing because I don't know. There's probably some way I can fix that with the emulator. I'm not sure, but it takes a minute and then there we go. I'm playing with one hand, so forgive me. Well, yeah, you get it. There we go. I got it held up. Now I'm trying to figure out what kind of front end I want to go with. I know that a lot of front ends just don't work. I mean, again, I would have to find some super old, obscure 32-bit only version. And it's not just I'm limited to 32 bits. I'm limited to single core 32-bit and early instruction sets. Like this processor was amazingly shit when it came out. Yeah. Yeah, it works great. Now I got like Final Bar Neo on here for Neo Geo. I haven't been able to figure that one out yet because again, working with an older version. So a lot of caveats to this. I do not recommend this, but I wanted to preserve a piece of history. This is a piece of history, like a forgotten thing. It's Nintendo. I mean, look at that. It's so fucking cool. If you want a netbook for emulation, you can get one of these, but I'd get one with the better processor. Again, the Nickelodeon one had the worst processor. And I just put some like Nicktoon stuff on there, just for nostalgia's sake. There we go. Yeah, this media player skin only works with like the original like Media Player 9 for XP, and if you want to make it bigger, you lose the skin, so which is dumb. And you remember this fucking atrocious shit? Fuck, man. I'm glad we don't have to deal with this anymore. But VLC would be the correct. Switch to skin. Yeah, VLC would be the correct player to use for this if I actually wanted to watch movies on it, but I wouldn't get the cool Nickelodeon skin. Again, this is just for goofing, dicking around. What else we got here? I did try. It depends on how the video is encoded. Like some 1080p video will run fine. It just depends. Just depends on the video. I'm not exactly sure. The encoders? Fuck. I had to go down a fucking nightmare rabbit hole to find the exact encoder pack that's compatible with this actual install of Windows. I couldn't use the regular one. I had to get a special one to even play MP4s. Like, fuck. Like, it's wild. I mean, it is a little choppy, but it works. Scrubbing is decent. I mean, you can't really scrub, but let's see. So the speakers for being an itty bitty netbook are not awful. They're not unusable. The screen, you got that classic, like, it's like I think 1280 by 600 or something 1024 by 600. Something weird. It's like sub 720p, and the viewing angles aren't great. However, when you're at the correct viewing angle and you look at text, I turn this back on. Like, text is crazy sharp. It is fucking crazy. Like how sharp the text is on this thing. It's that old, raw text display Windows XP era. We all miss it. My eyes have never been able to. My eyes just see this so much better. I mean, look how I don't know. The video is not going to do it justice, but it is like crispity, crunchity. All right, let's see here. Here we go. You know this one. Now, what else do I got? I think I have. Yep, can't miss that. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there it is. Just, I wanted a little. This has been totally air gap, never been online, never will be online. Just a little portable arcade, and I wanted to preserve a piece of history, Look at that. That is so cool. It's so cool. We don't get shit like that anymore. And if we did, it would crash the fucking system. And again, when I'm browsing around the operating system, doing stuff, there's like no lag, no delay. It's very snappy. It boots fast. I could put an SSD in here and make it better, but I mean, why? I don't really see why. Anyway, yep, that's it. Just a little project I've been working on. Again, finding everything I needed was an absolute fucking nightmare. Here we go, listen. There you go. Keep your old hardware running, guys. Just fucking find something to do with it and do it. Don't throw this shit away. I mean, this thing is just so fucking cool. Look at that. Yeah. All right. Peace. Just thinking of a couple more hurdles I have with this thing. The USB ports don't have enough juice to operate USB 3.0 thumb drive. So I had to use like old thumb drives and constantly put it in, put it out, swap them back and forth. Again, with XP, it doesn't recognize exFAT, so I had to have one for NTFS to even get it to work. It's just, oh man, I'm telling you, there's so much shit. I'll never be able to remember all the hurdles I went. I want to make an official video with a script pretty soon because I think a lot of people might be very interested in this this project because this is just a really cool device despite how shitty it is, and I was able to fucking make it work. Fuck you. All right. Couple things I wanted to add. You notice something? Notice something? No cords. 17-year-old laptop. The battery works absolutely flawlessly. I watched a DVD rip of Lord of the Rings on this. It got went through the whole fucking thing, no problem. I had like 20% battery left. I don't understand it. It's just the battery in this is flawless. I played Zelda for like 2 hours before I charged it. I was like, holy fuck. Like, it's just unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable. Slime. I mean, oh, by the way, as far as internet performance goes, forget it. You're not going on the internet with this thing. It's not happening. Text-based stuff, maybe, but even a pop-up ad, anything with JavaScript, anything comes up, this thing just fucking chokes like crazy. Which is why I decided to turn it into an air-gapped retro XP build, which is basically the only thing it could run, because it couldn't even run Puppy Linux, man. It just didn't, like, there were some instruction sets that it was just not having. Anyway, yeah. This is my Inspiron Mini 10 Nickelodeon edition. Quit hating. So, is this a good computer? Absolutely not. It is a irredeemable pile of shit. The N270 was so bad, even when it came out, I would borderline calling it irresponsible for them to release it. However, netbooks. Netbooks are kind of like a lost footnote in history. They came out around the time just before smartphones came out, and as soon as smartphones came out, these were completely useless. They were gone. No one gave a shit about them. They just dropped off the face of the earth, right? But there were so many of these made, and they are so cheap. This one in particular is only valuable because it's a rare Nickelodeon edition, right? You can get a netbook that's several years newer than this with a much better processor for like $50, not sometimes even less. And you can run Dreamcast games, and you can play just about every retro system you want to on these things. And they are dirt fucking cheap. And people are like, oh, why do that when you can just get like an older laptop? Well, this is tiny. The form factor is great. And, oh, why not? You can just use your phone. Use your phone. I'm like, nigga, do a phone got all that shit? Do a phone got card readers? Do a phone got straight up raw USB? Do a phone got headphone jack? Hell no, no phone got no headphone jack. Do a phone got Ethernet? Hell no, no damn phone ain't got no damn internet. Telling you, man. And, I mean, of course, you know, it goes without saying, the fucking caveat, you got a built-in keyboard. And you got a built-in big screen. Well, big for a phone, right? So, you can put multiple operating systems on it. I mean, it's a computer, you know? It's a computer. Hub computer. Stop all the downloading. Yeah. I fucking love netbooks, man. If you can't tell. I fucking love them. So anyway, yeah, like I said, don't get the N270. Get one that's several years newer. You can get them for like $50 if you can find when you find them. Pawn shops have stacks of these things. Nobody wants them, but if you know what you're doing, and you can have a fucking awesome little fucking machine out of these things, like for real. Right now, I'm looking at getting one of the newer. A newer one with a much better processor, so I can run like much better games. And with a newer one, of course, you'll get 64-bit and all that shit, and you can browse the internet with it, and do everything you can on a regular computer. Almost pocketable package. Fuck, throw this thing in the accessory pouch of a laptop bag. I mean, you don't even gotta have a laptop bag. Anyway, yep.